What's up, everybody? Connor Rock here. I'm in Pine Top Lakeside at the Park Disc Golf Shop. Getting ready for the 2025 season, just around the corner. So I thought it'd be a good idea doing an in the bag video to show you guys what I'll be throwing for the 2025 season. All right, so let's start with my putters. We'll start with my putting putters. I'm putting with two Nick Pro AVRs. I chose the Nick Pro AVRs because I really like the way they feel. I really like the plastic and the shape. It's a little shallow and it's not beaded. I really don't like the way the feel of the bead. So I decided to go with these. They're pretty straight, maybe a little overstable, which really helps with my putting style. I'm a push putt style of putter. So these things are pretty straight. They glide a little bit and have that little bit of hyzer, which I'm looking for when I need to fight the wind, or just kind of just has that reliable finish. Moving into my throwing putters, I carry three. I carry three of the same mold. I'll start off with my most understable one. I have this Metal Flake Seed Blend 2. This one is pretty flat and pretty understable. So I'm trying to put this on a little bit of hyzer, and it kind of pops up, maybe rides a little bit to the right, and then has maybe just a touch of finish at the end. Moving just a little bit more in stability, we have another Metal Flake Seed Blend 2. This one is a little bit more seasoned, but it's a little bit more overstable than the last one. It just has a touch more dome to it, and so this one I can kind of work with a little bit more, put it on a little bit of anhyzer, put it up straight, and it kind of rides straight or rides that line, but it always has the finish that I'm looking for on it. And when I need something that's just a little bit more overstable than those ones, something that I might hammer on a little bit or try to get a little bit more distance out of, I go to the Halo S Blend 2. They're just a little bit more overstable to start. Feel good in the hand. This one fights wind a little bit better. It just has that it's just kind of straight to finish, but it doesn't really turn over that much. Just has that reliable finish. That's not too overstable. When I need to go pretty overstable, I have two Toros in the bag. These are my overstable approach discs. This first one is a Color Glow Champion Toro. This one's just a little bit more seasoned, so it's not quite as dumpy or finishes hard than what you might expect a Toro to do. I'm able to shape it just a little bit better, and but it has that reliable finish that you expect out of a Toro. When I need something to fight the wind or have that reliable finish, that dumpiness to it, I'll go to this Metal Flake Champion Toro. This one is a little puddle top, so it's a lot more overstable, has that reliable finish. And I also like this one with the forehand a lot better. It fits in my hand a little bit better, and I'm able to kind of work with it a little bit, and it feels good for my touch forehand. So that's what I'll use this one for. Moving into my mid-ranges, I have four currently in the bag. We'll start off with my most understable mid-range at the moment. I have this Champion Metal Warrior, or Mid-Disc 3. It is the remold or retooled mold of the old MD3s. When I came over to Innova, the MD3 was one of my most used mid-ranges. So I was kind of trying to find a replacement, and this was working out really well. It was straight at the start, but now it's beaten. I seasoned it quite well, and now it's my hyzer flip. So if I need to put on something on hyzer, push it out there, turn over, and it holds the turnover the whole time. And I'll probably throw these around 350 to 380 when I need to. Moving into my straighter mid-ranges, I carry two Rock 3s. The first one that I have here is my straighter one. So this Rock 3 This is my dead straight rock 3. If I need something to just go dead straight, maybe a touch of finish at the end, I rely on this one. And then just a tick more overstable, probably my most used mid range in the bag is this Star Rock 3. I've had this from the start when I signed with Innova, and this thing has just been so reliable. It still has that little bit of fade that I can rely on it, but it's one of my favorite mid ranges in the bag. And then moving on to my most overstable, which might be a little surprising. I have a Halo J. I was kind of shocked with how overstable these were. I got one last year and I was working with it a little bit, and it was really overstable. So I got a couple more, and I'm working with this one, and it's kind of overstable. It goes straight for a little bit, but has like a lot of bite to it, which I've really kind of needed for a mid range, and so the Halo J is perfect for that slot. Let's go into my fairway drivers. I carry 3 in the bag, not a lot. I'll sometimes carry 4. Right now, I carry 3 just kind of for more open style courses. If I need something a little bit more understable, I'll throw in another Eagle, but a little bit more seasoned one. But we'll start off with my straight fairway driver. Is this Champion Eagle? I've had this one for a while. It's very seasoned, but it was really bored flat at the beginning, so it was really overstable to start. And now that I've seasoned it for a lot of years, it's become pretty dead straight and is now my reliable straight fairway driver. Moving at a tick instability, a new addition to my bag over the last couple months is a Halo TL3. I've really been kind of experimenting with this disc, and it's found a slot in my bag. It's kind of what I was. The kind of older Eagles were kind of overstable to start. The flat Eagles were kind of overstable to start, and I was kind of trying to figure out where I could kind of find some, and the TL3 kind of fit that slot. It's pretty overstable to start, kind of overstable. It's straighter, but with a reliable finish, and so it's made the bag. And then my most overstable fairway driver in terms of 7 speeds, which I throw 7 speeds quite a lot. It's kind of one of my favorite speeds to throw. But my most overstable at the moment is the Hilo Vila. I started throwing this disc last year as well, and I'm quite impressed with how overstable it is. Fights wind very well. I throw this on a bunch of hyzers, and it probably gets me around 400 to 420 feet pretty consistently on a nice hyzer. Maybe push a little straight. This one's a little seasoned. This is a little straight, but it has that reliable fade that I want. Moving up in stability and speed in the fairway driver slot. That slot, which everyone has in the bag, is the really overstable fairway drivers. I currently carry 2 Champion Firebirds. We'll start with this one. This one is kind of my more workable Firebird. It's a little bit more seasoned, so it can hold lines a little better. And I use this one for sidearm quite a bit. It just kind of is able to work a little bit and then has that reliable fade that a Firebird does. Just a little bit more stable is this another Champion Firebird. It's just like I said, a tick more stable. So fights the wind just a little bit better, and is able to kind of have that little bit more finish that I'm looking for. And then a more newer addition to my bag is this Draco. This one is really overstable. Kind of that just wants to get straight down to the ground type of overstable. So if there's any type of really big headwind or a shot that just needs to get down to the ground really quick, I'll definitely rely on this one. And then I have another Firebird, kind of more newer generation. It's kind of, I think, in the last couple of years. It's not quite as overstable as the old Firebirds, but it's still pretty stable. I would compare it to my Vila, but it gets just a little bit more distance. Is what I kind of expect out of it. So when I need something that has that dependable finish to the left, but just needs that 20 or 30 feet more of distance, I go with this Firebird. Okay. Next up, we have the drivers. We'll start off with this Halo S-Blend Roman. This disc is very similar to a PD. This one's a little bit more seasoned, so I kind of expect it for pretty straight shots, but with just a little bit of fade at the end. It's really reliable, has that reliable finish, but because the season, it kind of, I can work with it a little bit, but it has that dependable finish. Moving into all my destroyers, I carry 6 destroyers, all ranging in different stabilities. We'll start off with my most understable here. I have this Star Destroyer. This one is my most seasoned, definitely my most understable. I don't really use this for backhand all that much. It's just a little bit too fluky for the backhand, but it's primarily my sidearm disc. It's super seasoned, so I'm able to get this to flip up nicely, hold the line with my forehand, and then it's able to kind of have a little bit of finish at the end. So I really like this disc for my sidearms. Moving in stability, we have this swirly Star Destroyer with a little pop top. This one is just a little tick more overstable than that one. It's really seasoned, so it's kind of lost its stability. So it's kind of working into my forehand, another forehand, which is just a little bit more stability, so I can like push it on flat, and then kind of holds it, and then has that reliable finish. And I will occasionally throw this backhand if I need to do like a long turning Anheuser shot that just kind of holds the whole time. It doesn't really have a lot of finish on my backhand, just because it's so seasoned. When I need to have a little bit more finish, but big distance, I am currently relying on this Halo Star Destroyer. This one's also pretty seasoned, but still has a little bit of stability at the end of it. So this one's kind of up there as one of my bombers at the moment. When I need to get some big distance on like a big distance line, big Anheuser holds it. Maybe it's a little bit of finish at the end. I'm gonna go with this one. And then we'll go and a little bit more stable. I have another Halo Star Destroyer. I think this is the 2021 run. This run is so good. It's so was really overstable, but now it's seasoned. So this one's also another bomber, but it kind of has just a little bit more finish than the previous one. It just has a little bit more fade at the end, a little bit more fade at the end. And then we have another 2021 Halo Star Destroyer that's pretty kind of my dead straight with reliable finish. I don't really try to flex this one, or really just try to release it on hyzer majority of the time, and it just kind of pops up straight, and it has that reliable finish at the end. Because this one's just a little bit flatter, so it's not as overstable as other Halo Star Destroyers in that run that I've had. So this one's just nice and straight, a little bit of finish. And then when I'm looking for to fight the headwinds, to have that reliable Halo Star Destroyer finish that you're expecting, I have a factory second Halo Star Destroyer. kind of, I think some of the older ones that they had. This one is pretty seasoned, but still overstable. If I need to fight the wind or have that reliable, really overstable finish, I will go with this destroyer. And then my last disc in my bag that I've been working with for the last couple months. If there's a really big headwind or I need to really get over to the left on a shot, I'm working with a Halo Boss. I used to not be a fan of 13 speeds just because of the way they feel in the hand. It was a little bit too big of a rim, but over the last couple months, I've been kind of working with it, and now it feels really comfortable. And so I'm definitely starting to throw these a lot more. I've also kind of realized that these are really overstable, so they're really dependent on fighting wind and getting over to the left. And it also has maybe just a little bit more distance than the destroyers. It goes just a little bit further. So that's what I rely on Halo Bosses for. Sweet. So that's everything that's in my bag for the 2025 season. I am using the Grip AX6 bag for the 2025 season. Really enjoy this bag. I've always been a fan of Grip. I've had Grip bags for the last, I can't even remember. So I want to thank my sponsor, Park Disc Golf, for getting me this last year after a win in the middle of the season. I have a couple patches on here. USCGC, Silas Schultz patch, Grip bag patch, and then I have little Lego RTD2 here. So yeah, super comfortable bag. One of my favorites. Glad to be carrying it on the course. Super stoked to get on the road here shortly. Start getting out there on the Disc Golf Pro Tour for my third year in a row. I'd like to thank my sponsors, Innova Champion Discs and Park Disc Golf, for all their support on the road and getting me out there and doing what I love. Last but not least, we'll be dropping my signature Tour Series disc soon, so stay tuned for that. And also, please enter for a chance to win this Zuka cart right here that I won at LBC last year at Park Disc Golf. So thank you, everybody, and excited for the 2025 season.